ASMR. I'm so glad you're here with me today. This is a brand new channel. I am in a learning curve of learning how to successfully complete ASMR videos. I'm doing this channel because I absolutely love ASMR. I use it almost every day in my life. And I've always wanted to start a channel, but I've always been too busy with work obligations and such that I never really had time. And some things have changed in my life recently, so I'm able to sit down and start a channel, and I'm so excited about it. Some of you watching this may wonder what ASMR is. And ASMR is the process of making sounds and noises that cause a physical reaction in the body that ASMRs like to call tingling. Not everybody has an ASMR response. There's about 50% of the population does not have the ASMR response. About me, let's see, where do I begin? My name is Maddie. I have been online for quite some time. I actually occasionally stream on Twitch with gaming, but I've been around online for quite some time. I actually really enjoy video games. So I do game a lot. So there may be some gaming oriented videos on this channel. I don't know, maybe I can get some of my game characters to do ASMR. We'll see how that works. I am currently in my 40s, so I'm not this young hot Uchi mama like some of the other girls that are on here. I'm more interested in creating a safe place, a good community of people that are equally searching for peace and calm like I am. I live in the great state of Texas, down south, so occasionally you all will hear me say y'all and fixin' and lots of country sayings. I spent a lot of my time on the West Coast, so my Texas accent is kind of muted by a West Coast accent. If I had not spent that time over there, I think I'd have a lot thicker of a Southern accent, because down here the accent's pretty country. I love living in Texas. We have a really good mix of, country living where you see lots of animals and cows and horses and such, and you go for a little bit of a drive and you can be in the big city, so it's a mix of both, city living and country living all thrown together in one hodgepodge. I actually, for a living, I'm actually a social worker. So, I have been working as a social worker in the community for about 20 years, and a lot of people now hear the term social worker and think, oh, those are the people that take away people's kids. Well, I'm here to tell you, I've never taken away somebody's kids. That's not something I do. What I mainly do as a social worker is I do something called case management, where I work with a large organization of some type, whether it be a health insurance company or a criminal justice system or a school or something like that. And I am matched with people who have various needs or concerns in their life, and they want some help to fix those things. It's not my responsibility to fix their problems. What I do is I come along beside them and help them fix a solution. So it's social work is a very broad profession. We have a lot of training in a lot of areas, and I like to call us the jack of all trades. We know a little bit about a whole bunch of stuff, and we're not an expert in anything, or we rarely are an expert. And that's by design, and so that we can help in any area, that we can move from one area to another very easily, and it works seamlessly. So because of my social work background, many of the videos on this channel are going to be mental health oriented. I would love to share with you some of my knowledge and insight about signs and symptoms and relief for some, depression and anxiety and things like that. ASMR is a big thing that can help with anxiety for sure. So we're going to address a lot of those issues, and we're going to tackle questions and concerns as they arise throughout the life of the channel. And I'm really, really excited to get moving, to get things going. Another thing about me that you guys should probably know, I was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. So in some ways, this channel will be a bit of a blog to kind of chronicle my progress in dealing with that. Now, I will say normally pancreatic cancer is a very insidious disease. Many people who get pancreatic cancer pass away. The deal with pancreatic cancer, though, is that if you catch it really early, there's a very, very high chance that they can treat you successfully. And that is the case with me. Mine was found very, very early. When it was found, the tumor on my pancreas was 1.5 centimeters. So it was very, very small, about the size of a pea or a marble. Despite the fact that I look relatively healthy, I'm actually not that healthy, which is why suddenly I have a whole bunch of time, enough time to make an ASMR channel. I'm not working full-time right now in order to focus on my health. So I have a lot of spare time while I'm home, kind of recuperating. I am in treatment, and I want you all to be aware of this, because you may or may not see changes in me. You may see my weight fluctuate. You may see me looking not so well on certain days, etc. And that is because I am engaging in treatment. Also in February, I will be having a really big surgery called the Whipple procedure. And that's a surgery where they take out part of your pancreas and about 6 other organs in order to get rid of the tumor. It's probably one of the biggest surgeries modern medicine can do right now, so it's a significant surgery. At this point, I'm still seeing doctors, trying to locate a doctor that can do that surgery. But if I successfully make it through that surgery, I will be cured of pancreatic cancer. So there will be a point in time, probably in February, where I disappear for a bit because I will be engaging in that. So I just wanted to be open and upfront. If for whatever reason I don't have a daily video, it's probably because I'm not feeling well or whatnot. So I do have a significant battle, as you can see, and I'm hoping that maybe now you can understand why ASMR is so important to me. You know, when you have a disease that very well could be terminal, that can cause a lot of stress and anxiety, and I have used ASMR to come to a point of acceptance and such with my diagnosis. Now, I don't think I'm going to die. Mine is treatable, but I didn't know that at the beginning. At the very beginning, I thought I was going to die, and it was a very difficult time, because anytime you find any kind of cancer in your body, it's very scary, very scary time of uncertainty. So, as you can see, I'm handling it. I feel like I'm handling it okay. That's for a variety of reasons, but ASMR is a big part of that. So, cancer patients, people that are undergoing significant health concerns, I want you to know that you're welcome here. And I understand. I very, very much understand the struggle that a significant health concern is. I deal with it every day, and I'm not working as a result right now. So, I want you all to know you're welcome here. To conclude this video, I want to go over a little bit about my tagline: the relax, ask, live. This is one of the personal mottos that I live by every day. It's what keeps me getting up in the morning. It's what gives me encouragement when I feel like I can't take another step in the day. I do these 3 things, and I wanted to talk a little bit about each one and why I want that to be part of my channel here. First of all, with relax. Relax has to do with ASMR and the process of relaxation and calming your body down, stopping the racing thoughts, getting control over the emotions that are happening in whatever situation you're in. Life is difficult. We all face strong emotions that feel a lot of times uncontrollable. But the reality is emotions are controllable. Emotions are a multi-layered thing. So if you are feeling, let's say, anger, generally, like, anger is a secondary emotion, so there is a reason you're feeling anger. There's something underneath the anger. So when you calm down enough to get yourself out of the anger, you're more likely to be able to access what that deeper emotion is. So relaxation is just good for your body when you're anxious, when you're stressed out, when you're angry, when those intense emotions are coursing through your body. It's very important that you recognize that when those emotions are coursing through, they're releasing hormones and all kinds of chemicals into your bloodstream, and those chemicals affect your organs, it affects your emotions, it affects your brain, it affects all kinds of stuff. So relaxing calms all that down and gets you out of the fight or flight response. And you're able to think more clearly, you're able to make decisions better, and you're able to move forward without doing something stupid. So, one of the number 1 things that I always tell people is relax. Take a step out of whatever moment that you're in where you're upset or agitated and calm yourself down so that you can think straight. Then you can come back and re-engage in the situation. So, relaxing and calming your body down is very, very important. Secondly, we have ask. This is another motto that I live by. We are faced every day with issues that are foreign to us. We live in a chaotic world, and we're pummeled by media advertising and news shows and crisis and terrorist attacks and plane crashes, and I could go on, and cancer diagnoses, as I mentioned earlier. So every day you're going to be faced with things that you don't know, that you've never heard of. Every day when you walk down people on the street, when you're walking to work or you're walking to school or you're sitting on the school bus next to somebody, that person knows things that you don't know. Have you ever thought of that? Their life is different than yours, and they have a set of knowledge in their brain that's different from the set of knowledge that's in your brain. And if you sat down and you talked with each other about those differences, learned something new that day. There's so many times I forget that about people, and I have found that simply asking bridges gaps in differences of political opinion, differences in religion, differences in all of those things. Asking educates you, and knowledge is power. If you have the knowledge, you can make a rational and sound decision about anything. I have the knowledge about pancreatic cancer because I researched it for months after I was diagnosed. I watched videos of surgeries. I watched interviews with doctors. I've seen probably 20 doctors. I have read books. I've read Wikipedia. I've done it all. And now when a doctor says something to me, I understand what he's saying instead of it being Greek. Knowledge is power. So one of the things I want to do on this channel is I want to make questions an open. How do I explain this? I want my viewers to be able to ask questions. If you have an issue or concern, I want you to email me, and I will put my email in the link description below so that you all have it. You can post comments in the comment section below. I want us to have discussions with each other about topics that we wouldn't normally discuss. I want it to be a safe place with no arguing and no trolls, but if you have a question or concern and you can't find the answer, post it, email me, and I will discuss it. I'll research it if I don't know, and we'll come to a conclusion on the issue. Then finally, live. Live is something that we all do and we take for granted. We all have a finite amount of time on this planet. We've been given the gift of life and we take it for granted. How often do you stop and look up at the beautiful blue sky? Or stop and watch a shooting star shoot across the nighttime sky and disappear over the horizon? When was the last time you did that? How often have you stopped and listened to the crickets play their nighttime music with their wings? Or when was the last time you touched a puppy's cold nose? Those are all things that we are blessed with every day, and we take them for granted. So for me, living in the moment and appreciating what we have and what we're working for, and just the beauty of nature and life all around us, the giggle of a small child or a baby, all those things that make your heart go pitter-patter and make you go, ah. Those are the things that you focus on when life gets tough. You focus on the small, beautiful things. You notice the rose petals and what a beautiful pink color they are, or the trees losing their leaves in the fall, or the bear hibernating, or the squirrel with nuts in his cheeks. If you think about how beautiful those things are and how much we don't really stop and admire them, it's kind of sobering. So that's another thing that I want this channel to focus on, is living and noticing the small things in our everyday lives. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and bring this video to a close. I really want to thank y'all for watching. If you're not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button. I'm starting from scratch, and it takes a while to dig out of this newbie hole, but every subscribe helps, and you will also get notified every time I upload a new video if you're subscribed. Feel free to like the video and share the video. Those are appreciated, and until then, have a great evening, and I will talk to y'all tomorrow.